Hey guys, what's up? So, the 2 vs 8 mode in Dead by Daylight has been one of my favorite events. Sure, it has its flaws, but the chaos, interactions and the class system instead of perks make it a fun and unique experience. That said, I do have a wishlist for the next iteration of 2 vs 8, so let's get into it. One of my bigger gripes with the mode is how easy it is to abuse the cage system. Right now you can tunnel someone out instantly because the small borrowed time effect doesn't really help that much. Too often players get unhooked right in front of a killer, and since many teammates are new to the mode or just casual players, which isn't a bad thing by the way, it can get really frustrating if you're on the receiving end. I would like to see a change in where the caged survivors actually spawn. Right now, it should place you in a safe space far away from the killer. While you are in a cage and the killer is nearby, you should in theory spawn to another location where no killer is. But that system seems to be inconsistent. This needs a bit of tweaking in my opinion. Even when a killer is chasing someone, the game should prioritize spawning cage survivors in safer locations instead of throwing them into a death trap. I don't think bringing the S into the mode or even a bigger borrowed time is the right move. That would just lead to survivors abusing it. But something needs to be done to make the mechanic feel fairer, because it's really not fun when you have matches where the killers pretty much just abuse the cage mechanic. On the other side, killers could use some love too. The mode can be super fast paced and you often feel like you are getting gen rush before you can even get your bearings in. I think a corrupt intervention style effect at the start of the match would help a lot. The key is balance. It shouldn't last too long, but it also shouldn't be useless. Maybe it could function like the perk itself, ending early if a survivor goes down or two. This would give killers some breathing room without making the game unfair. Also, I want to see more killers and maps added to the mode. I believe that's already in the works, so that's not a huge concern to me right now, but I'll throw it on the wishlist anyway. Trapper needs also some love, like a lot. The mode moves too fast for him. Maps are too big, gen speeds are too fast, and he just doesn't have enough time aka mobility to pick up and set up all his traps. I think some simple tweaks could fix this. Let him start with all his traps already in his inventory. Make traps set themselves over time similar to his iridescent stone add-on, and maybe even allow him to walk through his own traps without triggering them, so he doesn't need to reset them. He already can walk over his traps, but they are then disabled. That's not cool. Trapper is one of the faces of Dead by Daylight, so it would be nice if he wasn't stuck playing catch up in this mode. Also, would be cool to see some Trapper love for the normal mode as well. He's a bit too old by now. Killer queue times have gotten better, but they are still way too long. It's frustrating to wait forever only to get gen rush. It doesn't feel good. One thing that did help was when they increased XP and blood point rewards for playing the mode. Behavior even put out stats showing that queues slightly improved when survivors got more blood points and everyone earned extra experience, which would lead to iridescent shards. This is something I previously wanted them to implement. It's not directly iridescent shards, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? But for some reason, they removed the XP boost. I don't get it. It was a great incentive and I would love to see it come back. As for bots, if they are supposed to help queue times, they need to actually work. It still feels like matchmaking issues to me. And if they want to bring bots back, they should be properly balanced, aka they shouldn't just run around like headless chickens, do scratch marks everywhere and eat up resources on the map constantly. Maybe add a toggle option for players who want to queue with bots, but I get that it could divide the matchmaking pool too much, so I don't know. Also, please don't add the XP boost to normal queues during the event. I know it sounds selfish and a bit strange, but if there's an event going on, the incentive should be for people to play the actual event. Giving extra experience to those who ignore it doesn't make sense. Their reward should be playing the standard game as they wanted to. So yeah, that's pretty much my wish list for the next 2 vs 8 event. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see improved and added. Thanks for watching guys. Have a good one. Bye bye. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day guys. Stay safe out there. Vincent out. Bye bye.